here with the great George Glasgow from Cleverley. George, how are you?
Very good, Tom. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. I firstly want to say thank you for your very kind donation to our charity auction that we're going to be doing, and it's another addition to the long-running relationship between the Rake and Cleverley, and so I'm delighted that you could be a part of it. Why don't most people don't need an introduction to Cleverley, but why don't you just set out exactly what it is that is being donated on the day, or on the week at least, during the auction.
Okay, well, first, thanks for having us part of it. We're only a small family-run business, and for us to be able to be part and donate something that could help, could help people and make a difference is wonderful, and we're honoured to actually be part of that. So thanks for that. What we're donating is a pair of one-off bespoke handmade shoes. And by handmade bespoke, I mean completely handmade. That's where no machinery is used. The lucky bidder will sit with myself and the workshop manager, Adam, and we will come together and design a unique shoe that's a one-off for that person. And he can be involved, or she, for the whole process from start to finish. We can sketch out some designs. We'll take the mold of the foot. We'll take all the measurements, we'll pick some swatches, and then, we'll start building the shoe to the specifications of the winner. From there, then the customer will come back. He can order anywhere in the world. As you know, we do a lot of biannual trunk shows, particularly in the US and Asia, so we can see them anywhere overseas. We'll then bring the shoe back at the halfway stage, which is the fitting. And then at that point, we can make any tweaks that the customer would like, and then the shoe will be completed and sent out and hopefully be part of the person's wardrobe for many years to come, as you know.
Fantastic. And tell me just about why a bespoke shoe is so special within the kind of world of bespoke.
Well, I think, bespoke shoes are very unique because there's really only a handful of truly bespoke shoemakers in the world. And the term's thrown around a lot, handmade, bespoke. But we're talking a genuinely fully handmade shoe where the contours of the person's foot are all taken into account. We do a fitting, which is the shoe at the halfway stage with no soles on, that then can be adjusted and tweaked as necessary. But, it's a one-off item that really should last a lifetime. It's something that, we want the customer to grow old with, the person, the lucky bidder, to really have as a memory of something that's quite unique and special for them, and something that really not just fits them and looks nice, but supports them and gives them everything a bespoke shoe really should do for a person.
Fantastic, great. And how has your business been affected by everything that's been going on? And it's as you say, it's a very client-facing experience. So with things that are closed, but how has Cleverley kind of kept itself afloat with all this?
Well, we've been very fortunate in the sense that we have a large backlog of orders that we're able to work on during this time. And for us, it was really important because it's like a family-owned business. We wanted to keep all our craftsmen employed. We wanted to keep all the shoemakers working. We wanted to do our best to have them not affected financially as possible. And so far, we've done that. We've kept every shoemaker employed. And we're working through the backlog of shoes that we've been fortunate enough to have. So in terms of production, all the shoemakers are working from home. We're quite fortunate, again, the fact that we make handmade shoes, they're made by hand, they don't need machinery. So all the shoemakers are able to do that from their home. If anything, probably production's up a little bit because, as we always say, the shoemakers can't go to the local pub or go out. So they're actually working more on making shoes and what have you. We had to cancel our USA and Asia trunk show tour, spring tours, which is obviously very sad, but given everything that's going on in the world, there's way more important issues at hand. And for us, we were just trying to, obviously with the shop being closed, focus on servicing our clients, continually keeping, our ship together, and keeping really the foundations of the business, which is the shoemakers. It's keeping them employed. It's keeping, food on their table, and keeping everyone, working even in these strange times, which we've been fortunate enough to do. Next week, well, June 15th, should I say, because it's never a moving target, the shop in Mayfair is going to reopen. So that's very positive. Given the limited space we have, we will be obviously putting social distancing practices into place, one customer at a time, only a few of the shoemakers in the workshop at one time and things like that. But we're looking forward to getting back, to a form of normality,
Right.
which hopefully will be on the 15th of June.
Fingers crossed. And finally, tell me why it is that you wanted to get involved with this specific auction with the Rake and supporting the kind of COVID relief.
Well, I think when you asked me, Tom, I jumped at it, as you know, and we're always happy to support you guys and support a cause that's really, is an amazing, really cause, because there's so many people that have been affected by this coronavirus, COVID-19, and, there's a lot of people that are not as fortunate, and a lot of countries that are not as fortunate to have the thing like the NHS that we have, that I guess we've all taken a bit for granted over the years, but, today, more so than ever, I think we're all a bit more grateful that we have a system like that in place. But we must remember that there's a lot of countries and people that don't have those services available to them, and it's a very trying time on them. And if we can help in any small way, such as a pair of beautiful handmade shoes, then of course we're happy to do so, and hopefully we can raise as much money as possible, and it can go in that direction.
Terrific. Well, thank you very much again, George. It's a lot. I'm really interested to see how well it goes down, which I'm sure it will. And whoever gets the winning bid is obviously an extremely lucky man, or I should say woman. Thank you again, George. You're a mega star for doing this, and we at the Rake are extremely grateful, and we'll be in touch soon.
Well, thank you. And just one thing, I do want to add, thank you to the Rake and Revolution and you guys, you and Way, for really putting this together. I think it's a fantastic cause, but it's orchestrated by you guys. As much as it is us donating items and the bidders around there, you need someone to put it together, which you guys have done. So thank you for that.
No, well, that's very kind of you to say. And we will be keeping a close eye on the results.
Make sure you bid as well, Tom.
No, of course. I'll speak to you soon, George.
Thank you. Take care.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.